437.
Oh, okay, yeah. Graham says it's day 437 in the Big Brother house. And we are still grinding and welding. Now, I showed you this little hole up here the other day. Yesterday, I think it was. And I wasn't sure if I was going to fix it or not. Well, I've just stuck the grinder on it, look. And it looks a bit messy. So I'm just going to keep going at it until it all falls off. And then we'll have to fix it. There'll be something left, definitely. Yeah, so we're going to plate up that little hole there. Plate up this underneath that I've just ground back a bit. Probably use a bit more on there. I'm just going to put a plate over that. That'll do it. What else? Oh yes, we've been shopping, or Graham's been and picked up the parts. So we've got, where's the outrigger? You got it?
That great big lump of metal.
Great big lump of metal, can't miss it. Can't miss it, there it is. So this is how the outriggers come. I don't know if I shared the footage of when the passenger side was done, but this is going to be driver's side. So Graham's got to make this fit somehow up here where the old one was. We'll probably, it's up to him how he does it, but I grind it back and just plop, weld it on.
I just do as I'm told.
You do, he's doing as he's told. You're the bloke with the welder. I know I've learnt to weld, but not as good as you. He's done a few patches under here as well that need grinding back and tidying up. Yeah, we've still got that hole to deal with, but I'm kind of ignoring that one for now because that looks painful. We have other bits in the bag. We've got an exceptionally long box for not a very long item, I don't think. Let's get it out. Let's have a look. Oh, there it goes. Clutch sleigh cylinder, and it's a Delphi one. I definitely don't want any Brit part on there. And the seal that's leaking all that fluid on the floor. Here is a decent quality one, apparently. Not a Brit part one.
Okay, I'm going to do some welding.
Okay, I'm going to do some grinding.
Okay. See you on the other side.
Bye! Let's see who makes more noise. Definitely me. So this is what the grinding has exposed. There's quite a bit of rock there at the bottom. So I reckon cut that there down to there and along that line and put a new plate in there. That'll sort that out. That was close. There's some wires behind there.
What?
There's some wires behind that panel.
Is that?
Yeah. Thankfully I've missed them.
Oh.
Oh. So there's the rot.
Cool.
There's some evidence of it in there as well.
So that was that tiny little hole that you weren't worried about?
Yeah. It's now a bigger hole. I did tell you. I was like, should we just leave it?
No, it's great. Do it. It needs doing.
It's out.
Yeah.
Souvenir. Artwork for your sister.
Yeah.
Right, that's going to need grinding down again. Tidying that up. There we are. The new plate cut to size and ground down at the edges so the weld can take. And oh, sorry, dodgy camera work. and that will fit in there nicely. We'll attach it with a magnet so it'll stay there, and that can be welded in. And that is a lot thicker than the metal that's on there, I'll tell you that much. My dad bought me this belt sander, and I've been wondering when I'm going to use it, and it's really handy to get into these little nooks and crannies here. It's all fun until the belt slips off. Really clean that up nice.
Day 9,784 in the Big Brother house. I think Alex is missing some days out. Anyway, Alex has got other engagements and is unfortunately not here today, so you've got to put up with me. I'm not a vlogger. So, I'll take some pictures, bit of video, and I'm sure Alex will be able to cobble something together. I'm going to get on and do a little bit because Nimlet's been here too long. I want my unit back. Don't know what I'll do with it, but I want it back. Alex has been doing a bit of welding under here. She's patched up a small hole that was in the in that bracket there, which, let me put some light on. There we go. Yeah, not a bad job considering it's bloody awkward to get to. And this bit up here, which she says is some kind of a splash guard, I don't know. It's not the thickest metal in the world, and she said she was getting a bit of blow through on it. But again, that's pretty damn good. I can't see a problem there. Underseal on top of that, that'll be fine. Last another 5-10 years, no problem. So while Alex has been repairing the other side, I've paid a little bit of attention to the petrol tank this side. You may remember there was a nasty hole there. Well, I've just replaced it with a bit of the thick steel that Alex has brought with her, which is ideal. Perfect sort of gauge. See the rubber washer in there holding the petrol tank up. I held the petrol tank up in place and then drilled the hole, put the nut and bolt through, and that's all tidy. And the front end is where the new outrigger has gone. Up in there. So that's new outrigger. All I've done is bolt it to the tank, and I've got it on the jack so it's in approximately the right position. I'm going to just wiggle it about a bit now, get it perfectly placed, well, as perfect as possible, and then I shall tack that outrigger on and remove the tank so that I can weld it in properly. And then I'm going to have to do some kind of repair to the front end of this tank. I was going to look at a new tank or a second-hand tank or something, but I don't think it's too bad. I think we can fix that. So that's the outrigger tacked in place. I've only tacked it in a couple of places so it's easy to take off and move around if I have to. At the top there and down there. I'll take the G-clamp off and then I'll remove the tank. So as you can see, the outrigger isn't quite square. It's a little bit high at the back end here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut that top weld, leave that one on, and just knock it down a little bit, make it square, and then re-tack it, check it again, and then weld it up. So I've tacked it on front and back now. Can't see the back because the tank's in the way, but it's not lining up exactly because when I clamped the back end up against the chassis, it moved the outrigger. So I've just got to make some minor adjustments. So I've welded the front edge up now, and I've made one last adjustment with the technical adjuster, and looks pretty good to me. I think I'm happy with that. So I'm going to weld up the back end, top and bottom, and that'll be that. So that's the front end welded up, top and bottom, and the front edge, leading edge, and I've got a couple of the nuts and bolts in tight, all lines up nicely. That's pretty good. I think it might be leaning forward slightly, maybe it's the tank leaning back, I don't know, but the holes line up and it holds it in place, and I think that will do. So I've got to weld the other half up now. So that's the back welded up now. I know it's not the prettiest welding in the world, but it'll hold. Anyway, it's on an agricultural vehicle, so whatever. You'll never see it again. Oh, my eye's gone a bit fuzzy. Is it my eye? Oh, it's the camera. Oh, there, camera. Now for the tricky bit. Alex and I have agreed the best way we think of tackling this is to cut this corner off here, deal with that behind, and then weld the plate in there and weld this back on. So that's what I'm going to do. So cut this piece out here on top, which has then allowed me to cut the bad metal out here. I've gone a fair way out to get to good metal. That piece has come out. So got good metal all the way around here to weld to. Got this strengthener in here, which I've just caught a weld on there, so I need to connect this to the new piece I'm going to put in, so I'm just going to put a couple of rose joints in there. I've used the old piece cut out as a template, as Alex has been doing, and I've got the new piece of steel here to go in, which is going to go in like that. I'll plug it there and there. That's the hole for the bolt, and go around the outside, and then I'm going to put this old piece of metal straight back in, because there's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. That can go straight back where it came from. It'll be the right size, shape and everything. Bingo! So I've got the plate welded in there. Quite happy with that. I've got to grind at least this corner here down so that the piece over the top sits flat. So I'll do a bit of grinding now and then weld the piece on top. So that's the new plate welded in. The weld's ground down. All I've got to do now is hammerite it. I'll put some hammerite in just so there's some protection on it, and then let that dry. Come back another day and weld the piece back on, and that'll be that done. Woohoo! And there it is, all finished. Just needs a bit of paint and underseal on it, and that'll be job's a good one. Hope Alex is happy.